Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my beauties. Good morning. Hello, Joe. Good morning. What's up, user? Thank you, user. I appreciate you. Travis, good morning to you. The Trav Man, the Traverooney. User with the first corgi. Yes, it is. Thank you. Now the title gifter of the corgi. Good morning, my beauties. Good morning, Bill Boyle. Missy Smith, thank you so much, Missy. Good morning, GC. Kaya, good morning to you. How we doing, everybody? We are going to refer to those things, red things, as cheers. We can't refer to them as. So you're cheering right now. We are at 681 cheers so far. Good morning, Jade. Rangel Marquez, good morning. Elegant Fitness, good morning to you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome to all our new VIP members over the weekend. Good to see you. Good morning, Susana Pena. Yes. Mr. Dave, thank you so much, Mr. Dave. Powder! Yes, it is. Shelly Stringer. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Yes, we're following the gallery. That's what we're doing here for the goals, okay? Thank you, Mr. Dave. Facial Blaster. Yes, it is. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to head over to some roses right now. Good morning, everybody. We're at 2.9. Cheers. Shelly Stringer. Thank you, Shelly. And the Facial Blaster. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Kenny, good to see you. Brooklyn, good to see you. Bill Boyle, Davion, the believer. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Do I change my strategy ever? Never. Never. There's only one strategy to trade, my friend. You can't change it. Anki Visions, yes. We are at 5,000. Cheers. Keep going. It is Monday. It is a new week. The question you must ask yourself, is this week going to be any different than your past weeks? Or is this another week of red? That's what you have to ask yourself. Is it Groundhog Day for you in your trading journey? Red, 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 red. Hammer, Brooklyn, Tom Robles. Bill Boyle, yes. Thank you, my Bill Boyle. I appreciate you. Thank you for the finger horde. Who did that? Mr. Dave, yes. The gallery, everybody. Just fill that gallery up. Thank you, Mr. Dave. He is now the title gifter of the finger and the rosa. Mr. Dave, yes, it is. All right, everybody, welcome. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. My name is Voss. All we ask that you do is cheer throughout the live. Also, what we ask you to do is SHARE, okay, and donate if and when you can. Now let's get to work. We have a little bit of a gap up here because of what's happening with the shut thing. All right, that's all that is. So we are going to put in our major support and resistance levels. Our 15-minute 200s in our way right there, okay? Coming right out of the gate. We are going to mark these to the upside, and we are going to mark these to the downside, okay? And then we always come back to our execution time frame and show you the big picture. So we got a lot of resistance coming up here, right around 678.40. If we go over to our daily as well, we're about to run into right here the daily 8. So right here where you see 2 lines, this is major resistance, all right? 678 area. 678.40 is major resistance. Mark that down. If you do break through that with a retest, you have room up to 681, okay? This is your gap up right now. That's what we're looking at to the upside. So just be careful coming into this. Your 50% retracement level will be 676. Your 25%. Your 50% will be 674. You want to hold those levels for more room to the upside. Once we get under 674 with a retest, we're going to come back through again. All right, so just mark those down. Ultimately, under 665.58, you'll have room down to 661 and then 659 here on the SPY. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only, and you must trade at your own risk. Thank you, Shelly Stringer. Mr. Dave, lighting it all up. Let's go, Mr. Dave. Yes, it is, Mr. Dave. I love it. Thank you. Anything you want to go over this morning, put it in the chat. If I don't see it right away, which I probably won't, keep putting it in the chat and we will get to it, okay? We're going to head over to the Qs. Right now on the Qs, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2. Underneath you here on the Qs, right around 613, right here, we have major support. All right, support here at 613 on the Qs. That should keep you above water. We have room up to 624 here and 627 on those Qs, all right? Currently, right now on the Qs, we have this gap up right around here. Currently, your 50% will be right around 615. 615, all right, and 617 for your 25% retracement levels. Mark those down, okay? Watch your major resistance to the upside here, okay? And remember, we got support right here at 613 on the Qs. Meta. Mr. Dave over there, make sure on the tubes that they are cheering by hitting that, you know what, device. Right now on Meta, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 here on Meta. As we come up the board on our higher time frames, we are going to mark out our major support and resistance. We also do it coming back down because stocks go up, stocks go down, and stocks go sideways, my traders. And that is what you must remember at all times. Here we go on Meta as we pull back to the execution time frame. Currently, we are in this neutral state right here. You see it? Look at that thing. Neutral. You are in position 2 to the upside. You got room here up to 648. 648 right here and 659 on Meta currently. Back under your whip zone level here of 610.71, you'll have room down to 601 hold number. And then under that 601 with a retest, you'll have room down to 592. Microsoft. We're going to run Fit Wakely. There he is, picking things up and putting them down. Good morning to you, Fit Wakely. We're in a narrow state here on Microsoft. We are in position 2 on Microsoft. Right here at 499.50, we have support underneath us on Microsoft with our 5-minute 200, okay? We're going to mark now our levels up. Here we go on Microsoft to the moon. Nothing goes to the moon, you silly gooses. Narrow, we are in position 2 to the upside here on Microsoft. We got room up to 508. 508 here on Mike of the Soft. Yes, back under 495. You got to get under that whole number, okay? You have room down to 493 and 491 as we head now over to AMD. AMD, we are in a narrow state. We're in position 2 to the upside here. Flirting with this 200 on the 5 minutes, so be careful with that, all right, on AMD. As we come back down, we have a double bottom here at 225, a double deuce right there on AMD. Narrow state, position 2, got support here at 240, whole number as well, and you got room up to 251 here on AMD. Back under this support with a retest, you're coming back through down to 236. Apple, SSJ, Mars, hello, Apple. We are pretty much recuperated, everybody, now. We are back to normal. The sicklies are over. Supposed to play a little golf tomorrow. I don't know how that's going to work out. All right, here we go on Apple. I have my new club fitting this weekend. Apple, we need to get over 270. 270 with a retest, and then we'll have room up to 274 here on Apple, okay? We want to get under 266.76 on Apple. 266.76 on Apple. Mark that down, and then you will have room down to 260.53. Good morning, 11. Good morning. Kenny, you might have McDonald's Wi-Fi, baby. Be careful, okay? MU. Am I clear for everybody else? Are we smooth? Yes or no? Put it in the chat, please. We got to narrow Kenny's McDonald's Wi-Fi down. Bump, 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 bump. All right, on MU, currently we are in a neutral state. Oh, the weather. Sorry, Kenny. What do we got here? Whistle, baby, let me know. Okay, we're coming back through. All right, this is what we got on MU. That's our gap up on MU. Above us, we have what? All time. 250, 251, 252 above us. Remember, 70% of all new highs, what, everybody? They will fail on you. So what do we have to look at? Well, the only thing we have up is our gap. So 245 will be our 25% retracement level, and 243 will be our 50. You want to stay above a 243. Under 243, we're coming back down to 238 here on MU. Be careful. Be careful. 70% of all new highs fail. Kenny, I'm looking at either, I think Callaway's. I'm going to, from steel shaft, I'm going to switch to graphite. A lot of people are switching to graphite. A lot of pros are switching to graphite. So IWM, Nvidia first up. And then coming back to the SPY for 30, Kevin. Well, Daniela with the turkey. Face Daniela. Thank you, my dear. Don't forget, we got the rose on the board as the goal. Right now here on NVIDIA, we are in this neutral state. Don't zoom out too far, folks, on your charts, because sometimes it'll make you look like you're in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the upside currently here on NVIDIA, all right? Boom, boom. Let's mark these out. Neutral state, you're in position 2. You got room up to 197. Mark that. 197 and 199.50 here on NVIDIA. That's your move to the upside. Your 50% is 192. That is the level you want to keep. Under 192 with a retest, you're coming back down to 190. Candy with the magic wand. Thank you, Daniela, for the roses. Anya Spots, thank you so much. Candy, thank you. Amazon. Let's see what we got on Amazon. Amazon right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside. Let's see what we got here. Our first level of resistance here is going to be around 250.50. All right, 250.50, and then a 254 to the upside, okay? We're going to pull this back now. We are in a neutral state. 250.50 will be your first resistance, and 254, everybody, here on Amazon, okay? Mark that down. Back under 241, we have room down to 233. 233. Thank you, Benjamin, for the follow. I appreciate you. BBAI. All right, first we got the YTs over here. We did AMD, we did Apple. KSPI. Let's see what this is. Probably a penny stock, right? No, this has no volume. We're not going to waste our time on this. AVGO. All right, AVGO. Let's see what we got. AVGO, right now, you are in a narrow state. 5-minute 200s right below you for support at 353. Right above you on AVGO, we got major resistance there at 363.56. All right, so be careful with that. We're also going to mark out this 200 here, and we're going to mark this double bottom here at 337. So currently AVGO narrow position 2, 363.65. We got a 200 right here, and then 369 is your next level of resistance. You want to get back under 343.68, and then you'll have room down to 337 on AVGO. Hello, Mark Butler. Good to see you. Luck Smith with JPM. Good to see you. Kells coming up. Tesla first, and then JPM. Hello, Kells. How are you? All right, right now on Tesla, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 1. Tesla is going to get the first alert of the day. We got an alert out here on Tesla. Now, this is what we got to be careful about. You have a 200 right here at 443. Mark that down, okay? 443. We got a 200 above 443 with a retest. You have room up to 451 on Tesla. Narrow state, position 1. Doesn't get much better than that. Under 428, you have room down to 422. And then 417 on Tesla. Good job, Mr. Dave. Love you, brother. I love you over there. Over here, we are at 50,000 cheers. Keep going, my cheers. Daniela Ulina with the roses. Yes, thank you, Daniela. Candy, thank you so much. Anya, hammer away at those roses, my beauties. Hammer away. Thank you, Kevin. What else are we looking at? Shelly Stringer, thank you so much. Good day, Akeem the Dream. Google coming up, SSJ. Google. Remember, if you're here for the first time, hit that FOLLOW button. We are on every day for you, Monday through Sunday, okay? And, of course, we have the VIP. You're going to head right over here to get into the VIP, all right? You can type it in or just click it in my YT or TT bios. That is where the VIP is. That is where we're going to teach you how to trade properly, all right? Mike Jones, Aaron Jones is in the house, everybody. Yes. All right, Google, let's do it. We are in a narrow state here on the Googaroonies. We are narrow. We are in position 2. We got support now on the 5-minute here on Google at 282, all right? So 282, you will have support. And then also on the 15 at 281.50, you got support. Google getting a little chap as we come up the board here, okay? So be careful with this. As we pull this back to our execution time frame, we're narrow, but as you can see, we got a lot of resistance coming up here. 287, 288, and 289. Mark those levels down, all right? This is our move to the upside currently. 284 is the level we got to hold. Under 284, we're coming back down to these support levels. Be careful with this support. 282 and 163, we have support here. So I'm going to draw this out for you, okay? This is what we got to the downside. That is support. This is what we got for resistance to the upside. So basically on Google, you're caught in this channel. You might get a little choppy here. Nick D, good morning, Nick D. Good job, Mark Butler. Good job. XRP, you got it. To the moon. Oh, they're all jumping on board here again. But what's going to happen is your 200 on the daily is going to say, no, no, no. Right there, right? We're going to triple deuce this one. This is our daily 200. We got to triple deuce that. All right, let's see what we got here on XRP because it is not going to the moon. It's not going to the moon, boss. No, it's not going to the moon. I'm sorry, man. Above 250, 750, you have room up to this daily 200. Zeus is in your way there at 263. Mark that down. 263. You got Zeus right there, okay? Back under 245.43. You got room down to 234.43. IWM. I love when traders try to trade into the daily 200. All right, IWM, we are in a neutral state here on IWM as we mark these levels out. It's going to go, boss. I'm telling you, it's going to go above that daily 200, man. It's going to go above it, man. All right, here we go. We are in a neutral state. IWM, you're coming into a lot of resistance. 245, 246, and 247. We have resistance here on IWM. See this? So as we draw this in for you, that is a resistance. Underneath you, that is support at 244. So we have a quandrum here. We're stuck in between. So what do? We have to get under 243.83, and then you got room down to 242, okay? Or you want to get over 247 to the upside on this. Good morning, William. Good to see you. April Stapleton, Jessica P. Lodge, Shelly Galvin is now the title gifter of them roses. All right, let's see what we got in the gallery. Hold on, my beauties. All right, coming up. Are we ready? Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's go. SoFi. SoFi right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside currently on a SoFi. We got our 15-minute 200 here at 29.34. 29.34. We have to be careful. All right, here we go on SoFi. Neutral state, position 2, 29.33 resistance, $30 resistance, and 30.50 resistance. So you got some resistance to the upside here. You're already in this neutral state. You're already in position 2. Under 26.87, you have room down to 25.50 and then $25. We'll come back to SPY. Don't you worry. We got the money guns on the board. Let's go. April Stapleton with the Night Star. We'll do SPY again. Folks, we got to go through them all right? Don't get your panties in a bunch here. All right, PLTR. We don't want any of this morning, okay? Right now, we are in a neutral state on PLTR. Neutral is right there, 186. All right, are we ready? PLTR to the moon you're not going to the moon. You're in a neutral state here on PLTR already. You're in position 2. 186 is your first stop here on PLTR. 186 and 191 on PLTR. Watch your state. Under 173.50, you got room down to 169, but you must get narrow before you take that to the downside. What do we like to eat while we're trading? Nothing. Because how are you going to concentrate? Hey, Joey, Mooney, Akula, April Stapleton. Yes, thank you so much, everybody. Nvidia and Amazon. And then SPY. All right, Nvidia. Neutral. Position 2, you're coming into a resistance right up here, a 197 and 199.50. Mark that down, okay? So what do you need to do? You need to know your 50% retracement level. 194 is your first stop, and then 193, you have to stay above 193 for longs. Under 193, you're coming back down to 190, all right, on Nvidia. Let's head over to Amazon. Amazon neutral. Yes, it is. We are in a neutral state. We're in position 2. You got room up to 250.50 and 254 on Amazon. Back under 241, we have room down to 233 and 227. All right, we're headed over to Miss Market, everybody. The SPY. The SPY-a-rooney. If you're here for the first time, hit that FOLLOW. Become part of the community. We also got 5 money guns as the goal. Who's going to hammer those 5 monies? Riri says we're going too fast. Riri says we're going too fast. Easy goofing with the rose. Thank you. Thank you, hey, Joey. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, we got to get rid of that person. All right, here we go. SPY, neutral state, position 2. You got room up to 678. Lot of resistance here on the SPY. And 681. We are at 82.5 cheers. 82.5 cheers. This is your resistance to the upside. Currently, right now, your 50% retracement level will be 674. Got to stay above 674, right? 675 area. Under there, you're coming back through, all right? Yeah, stop the market. The market's going too fast for me, everybody. Please, can you stop the market so I can figure out what's going on? Daniela is now the title gifter of the money gun. Robinhood, Tiana Monet, how are you? Let's go over Hood. 4 more money guns on the board. Bump, bump. All right, the Hood of Robin. K. Braden with the money gun. Thank you, sweethearts. All right, Robinhood. We are in a neutral state on Robinhood. We are in position 2. You got room up to 140. First stop on the Hood is 140 and then 145. K. Braden is now the title gifter of the money gun and the heartbeat of the roses. Thank you, my K. Braden. Love you. Love you. All right, coming back down under 125.67. You have room down to 120.62. 120.62 on Robinhood. What state are you in? Neutral. Bullish neutral. That's what you need to focus on. All right. Gold. My hand. Where's all my New York football Giant fans out there? You think Dable makes it through today? You think he makes it through today, or you think they keep him to the end of the season? What do you think? All right, here we go on the GLD. Oh, we're way up there. Let's see what we got. GLD. Boom. Boom. First stop. Boom. Second stop. We have support underneath us. Let's pull this back. Yeah. We're in a narrow state currently on GLD. We are way up there in position 3. So this is what we got on GLD. Are you ready, my beauties? That is your move. Well, let me do this so you see it clearly. That is your move to the upside on GLD in a narrow state, okay? We have support right here at 375.66. We have support here at 374. You got to stay above 374, okay? You got to stay above 374 for longs. Under 374, we're coming back to 370 and 368.50, all right? As a Giants fan, he says, I will say it. We are going to the Super Bowl. Now, that is funny. Uber! Adrian Rodriguez. Yes. What's up, Adrian? We are in a narrow state. We are in position 2, currently on Uber. Crazy dreams. All right. Are we ready, my Ubers? Right now, we are neutral. We are in position 2 right here. We have room up to $95 and $95.22 area here on Uber. All right, mark that down, my beauties. Back under $91 hold number. Get under the hold number. You have room down to $90 and then $89 on Uber. Thank you, Mama Nels. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. ALVO. Alvo. How did I know this was a penny stock? All right, here we go. Alvo, we are in this neutral state, okay? We are in position 2 on Alvo. Right above you is the 15-minute 200 at $6. That is like a brick wall right there. $6. Mark that down in a neutral state already. All right, hold on, though. Let's pull this back for you. Okay? Above 608, if you can get above it with a retest, you'll have room up to $774, $8 here on ALVO. Okay? Oh. You learn Atakula in the VIP. Yes, the VIP is open, everybody. If you want to learn how to trade, you got to get in there. You're going to head over right here. Type that in or just click the link in my TikTok or YT bio. Ford. Ford, currently, we are in this neutral state here on the Ford Rooney. All right, you are in position 1 on Ford in that neutral state. This is what we got on Ford, okay? You got room up to 1326 and 1330 here on Ford. 1326, 1330. Fighting for pennies, all right? Would it be safe to do puts on SPY at the open? Now, let me ask you something, Riri. Let's go over this, Riri, okay? You currently are in a bullish neutral state, all right? You have a resistance up here at 678 and 681. In order to take puts or a short on SPY, we need an event to the downside, okay? You need an event. Nothing on watch this morning. Right now. Scott Thompson, thank you so much. William, Dr. Bye. Yes, it is. We got 2 more money guns on the board. Who's going to scoop those up and be the hero of the day? All right, the Qs, we are in a neutral state, position 2. You got room up to 624 and 626. All right. Now, back under 612.72, you're coming back to 610. Mark that down. Thank you, K. Braden, for the welcome seal. Yes. Thank you, Bailly, for the Rosa. Over there on the YT, Mr. Dave, they got to be cheering. I don't see any cheers over there. Baba and IONQ. All right, what do we got here on Baba? All right, here we go on the Baba Rudies to the moon. Here on Baba Neutral, you got room up to 169. Above 169 with a retest, you have room up to 173 on Baba. Back under 163.65, you have room down to 161 and 160. Mark that down. IONQ. Hillary. Above 59.32, you have room up to 65.32 here on IONQ. Yes, it is. Under 54, again, under the whole number, you have room down to $51 on IONQ. Yes. Soundhound. All right, Soundhound. Soundhound. We are in a narrow state on Soundhound. We are in position 2 on Soundhound, all right? You got that 5-minute 200 right underneath you for support. So I'm going to draw this out for you, okay? This is support right here. That's a 200. All right, you get under 14.77, you're coming back to 14.50 and $14. Now, with that said, if you can stay and hold that 14.77 number, you have room up to $16 on Soundhound. Muck the Duck is in the house, everybody. He's mucking. Luli. Thank you, William. Luli bye. Not yet, Christy. Not yet. Nothing looks interesting yet. User, thank you. Meta. Meta, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2. You got room up to 648 and 659 on Meta. 659. Under 610.71, we coming back to 601 and 592. Thank you, my Hillary. Love you. Mustafa, thank you. Oh, hello, Glad Guard, Miss Market. The Glad of the Guard. Yes, it is. Neutral state. SPY, remember, major resistance up here. 678 and 681 is a resistance. All right, we're going to mark this out. That's your resistance. As you're coming into this, don't be a silly goose, okay? You got to remember your 50% retracement level is right here, 675. Boom. You got to hold 675 on this market today. 675. Keith, the Decatur. Lily Crown says, my meta profit is looking great. What's up, Adam? Coin. Let's do it. We are at 130,000 cheers. I like it. I like it. Keep going, my beauties. All right, let's see what we got. We got a triple bottom here at 292. All right, on coin. Currently on coin, we are in a neutral state, 324.50. We got some resistance here, not major resistance. Get over that with a retest, and you have room up to 345. All right, 345. Back under 298.42. We have room down to 292 and 283 here on coin. Thank you, Ola Kuwaiti. Appreciate it. Oracle. Yell louder. To the moon. Why is it to the moon? Why can't we say to the sun? Why does it have to be the moon? Anyone ever think about that? No? Maybe? All right, here we go on Oracle. Oracle, right now, you are in a narrow state. You are in position 2 on Oracle. All right? You have support here with the 200 on the 5 at 242. All right? We got room up to 254 on Oracle. 254 on Oracle. Back under 239.39, you have room back down to 236. Under 236 with a retest, you have room down to 228. Thank you, Meezy. We got the 2 money guns still on the board. We still got them. User, thank you. Nessa Ruth, are you related to Babe? XRP, are you related to Babe Ruth? You could be like a cousin, Nessa, or a niece, you know, a great niece. Right now on XRP, you got to get over 257.47, and then you will have room up to 264. 264. Under 245.43, we have room back down on XRP to 234.43. I wish. Me too. Me too. And Q. Whoops. Oh, NQ. Yep. Okay. We're good. All right. Here we go on NQ to the moon. Nothing goes to the moon. Above 25,565. Big hole number there. You got room up to 25,746. 25,746. Back under 25,437. Get under the whole number. You got room down to 25,327 and 25,213 on NQ. Yes, this is why it's on my playlist. My daughter put it on. You want to know what my daughter did? She had a project for school, and they had a turkey template, and they had to color and create the turkey with their imagination. She made a roomy turkey with the braid and everything. It was unbelievable. I was like, wow, that's imagination. I loved it. Doctor with the rose. Yes. IREN. IREN, yes. Good job, Mr. Dave, over there on the YT. He's working hard over there. All right, IREN above 65.59. You have room up to 67.66, but the golden goose is above that. Get above 67.66 with a retest. You have room up to 72.42. Okay? 72.42. Back under 61.72, you have room down to $58 on IREN. Mark that down. Great news coming on XRP. Here we go. Are we ready? Here it is again. We got another wizard. Are we ready, my wizards? Are we ready? Wizard, we got another XRP expert. He said it's been going to the moon for about 4 years now, and there's great news. Make sure you tell everybody, Wizard. Tell the masses. Tell the universe. What does the P stand for in XRP? Pus. All right, here we go. Nvidia. Nvidia, we are in a neutral state. Yes, we got room up to 197 and 199.50 on Nvidia. Back under 183.57 here on the vids. We didn't mark this out. Shame on me. About under 183.58, we have room down to 179 on Nvidia. Yes. HTZ for the Decatur. Who's going to nail those money guns? We got two left. Hertz. They're still in business, Hertz? I didn't know that. I don't rent cars. All right, Curly, we are in a neutral state on HTZ Hertz. We got room up to $7. $7 on Hertz. Back under 641. You have room down to 580. Watch that $6 hold number on Hertz. Hertz. So Felicia! There she is! We got one more. Who's got it? Facial Blaster! Yes, it is. Thank you, Sue Felicia and the Blaster of Facials. Does anyone have a better name than that? Huh? Does anyone have a better name than the Facial Blaster? That's what I want to know. I mean, that's a top two name of all of TikTok. John Cruz with the $2. Thank you, John. Marvel, you got it. See what John Cruz did over there on the YT? That's how it's done, YTers. That's how it's done, my beauties. Now we'll go into depth for this young gentleman. All right, let's see what we got here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, Mr. Cruz, this is what you got, Muck the Duck. We are in a narrow state. 94.65. We got some resistance. 96 and 98. All right, you are currently narrow here on Marvel. The 5-minute doesn't look so hot, so be careful to the upside on this with this resistance, all right? Under $88, you got room, Mr. Cruz, down to $85, all right? 85. Just watch that 5. Doesn't look too hot. Yes, Muck the Duck and Facial Blaster are fighting for position as the number one name there, everybody. All right? Gold. GLD. Is that what you want? GLD. Yes. All right. GLD Curly. We are in a narrow state. We are up there in position 3. You got room if you hold the support of 375.66. Under this with a retest, you're coming back down to 373.54. Under that with a retest, you're coming back down to 370.50. If you can hold these levels, you can look for a move up to the next pivot. Okay, because you will be above your 50% retracement. You got room up to 379 and 381. I am Bill Boyle, Pop, Appy. Yes. Thank you, Kay Braden. My amazing Kay Braden. And Sue Felicia and Jules Swims. Appy, thank you. Thank you very much. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button, everybody. We are on every day for you. Remember, the VIP is open. We're in a narrow state currently here on the Googaroonies. You got room up to 287, 288, and 289. All right, watch those levels going up. Your 50% retracement currently is at 283. 283 here on Google. You want to stay above 283 for some longs. All right? Papa John, yeah, they'll be coming out once the shut thing is done. Uber, but we don't worry about the news. Those who trade news lose. Remember that. Uber, we are in a neutral state, position 2. You got room up to $95. $95 on Uber. Under 91.25, get under 91, hold number, Trinity, and you have room down to $90 and $89. Let's go. We got some roses. We are at 159 cheers. Yes. Can we get to 200 cheers? Andy, the Florida realtor, Meta. You must be pretty busy there in Florida, right? With all the Northeasterners coming down there. Right now on Meta, we are in a neutral state, position 2. You got room up to 648 and 659 here on Meta. Back under 610.71. We got room down to 601 here, Mr. Realtor. And under 601, Realtor Man, we have room down to 592. You're welcome, Andy. You are welcome. Tesla. Let's go. 160. Teamwork makes the dream work. Narrow state on Tesla. We're in the whip zone. Our first alert and our only alert is on Tesla. Alert. Above 438, you got room up to 443. You got to get over 443. That's a 200 with a retest, okay? Then you have room up to 451 on Tesla. But we may not be going up. Under 428, you got room down to 422 and 417 on Tesla. You're welcome, April Stapleton. And thank you, April Stapleton. Thank you. JPM. I meant to do JPM before. Did I forget? Very possible. All right, JPM, you're in a neutral state. You're in position 2. You got room up to 316 and 318 here on JPM. Back under 310.41. You got room down to 308. Deuce did. Hello, Deuce. How are you, my Deucey? Lucy. Nvidia. All right, Nvidia, we are in a neutral state, position 2. This is our move to the upside. Ding, ding, ding. Do we want to take that long into that resistance, my traders? Would it be smart to take that long right into a whole number? Whammo! 197. Why not, Kay? Tell me, Midwest. Tell me, Kay. Why don't we want to go long right into that brick wall? Anybody? Let the amateurs go long into this, okay? Let the amateurs go long. What you're looking for is that retracement right there. 190. You want to hold 195. You want to hold 195. Okay. Then you can look for your long up to 197 and 199. All right. Don't go boom right into there. Wait for the pullback, because if you get under, if you get under 195, you have a short down to 190. Okay. Oh.
1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1
Remember, traders, you don't predict. What do we do? What do good traders do? They don't predict. What did they do? Who knows? Who knows? If we don't predict the market, what do? Manage risk, that's one of them. We react to the market. We react. We don't go against Miss Market. Are you out of your mind? Your trend lines are gonna make you right over Miss Market or your RSI, MACD, volume, Bollinger Bands, Elliott Wave oscillators. You think that's gonna beat Miss Market and the price action? Are you kidding me? No way, Jose. Franco. Yes, we wait. We trade the setups. If Miss Market tells me, look, let me show you. If Miss Market comes back down, that's our 50%. If she says, whoop, 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 am I going to go, okay, I'm going long? No, because Miss Market says, we going down. I'm going to wait for my setup and go down. Okay? We're not fighting Miss Market. We are going with Miss Market. Miss Market says jump, we say how high. If Miss Market says do push-ups, we say how many. We are setup traders. Nothing more. Nothing less. Okay? You are a setup trader. That is it, folks. That's what trading is. I hate to burst your bubble if you are someone that's like, well, we got to know the fair value gap and the opening range breakout based off the order block of the sisters' left foot down to the sun and the moon and the stars. And no, we are setup traders. That's it. Who protect our risk. That's all we do. Okay? I don't know why people have such a hard time with that. We got last goal of the morning, the roses. We're almost there. We are at 170,000 cheers. Can we get to 200? Teamwork, go! And remember, as always, the VIP is open. We'd love to have you. We would love to turn you into a really good trader, but the choice is up to you, all right? You got to make the decision. You got to say, I'm going to get in it right there, okay? That's where you're going to go, my beauties. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate you, Kay. Carlos Solis. Meta, let's do it. Meta, we are in a neutral state. We got room up to a 648 and 659 on Meta, okay? Back under Mr. Solis, under 610.71. You have room down to 601 and 592. SSJ, I like that over there on the YT. That's a good comment. Good one. He has a picture of emoji of a pig and hammers. Hammer that thing. Right, Hillary? Hammer it. No, Jessica Pilach. We don't want to make money today. We want to have great setups and trade great setups. Remember that. Black T. What's up, Black T? What's up, baby? Hammer that pig. George. April Stapleton. Thank you, everybody. 175. Can we get to 200 in the next minute? Vince Clipser. I got your spy. Here we go. Miss Market. She's Miss Market. All right. We're in a neutral state. Miss Market. We got a problem. We got a resistance right there. Once 678. We got major resistance. You got to get over that with a retest. Then you have room up to 681. Remember, 70% of all new highs will fail. So always remember that, okay? Your 50% retracement level is 675. You got to hold 675 if you want to go long, my beauties. All right, 675. NQ. NQ, you got to get over 25,565. Then you have room up to 25,746. Hold numbers. Watch those hold numbers. Under 25,437, under the hold number, you have room down to 25,327 and 25,213. Thank you, Chad, April, Stapleton, George, K. Braden, Mighty, Sue Felicia, Jules, Bill Boyle, Pop-Pop, Appy, Facial Blaster, Life Wonders, Doctor, Measy, Luli, Bailly, William, K. Braden, Luli, William, JDM, User, JC, Powder, Andrew the Believer, Mr. Dave, yes. Shelly Stringer, Davion, thank you. Who else do we have? Ooh, Bill Boyle, thank you. Hadrian Rodriguez, Daniela, Gavin. I just look. Thank you. Anya Spots. Thank you. Paulo, Christina Zen, Bill Boyle, Candy. April Stapleton, Jessica Pilach. Thank you, everyone, for all the donations today. I appreciate each and every one of you. VIP, we'll see you in the chat here in 2 minutes. Love you guys. Love you. Get in that VIP. Start learning. Hit that follow button. We'll see you tomorrow.